Hi everyone, welcome back to 31 Days of Reading Proverbs. Today is day 25. We are 6 days into finishing the whole 31 chapters of Proverbs. And so today we're going to dive in straight to reading because I got lots to share today. So if you guys are ready, please open up to chapter 25. And once again, welcome to my indoor garden. I think this is really beautiful. And this embroidery is the cutest. Proverbs chapter 25, here we go. These are more Proverbs of Solomon, compiled by the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter. To search out a matter is the glory of kings. As the heavens are high and the earth is deep, so the hearts of kings are unsearchable. Remove the dross from the silver, and a silversmith can produce a vessel. Remove wicked officials from the king's presence, and his throne will be established through righteousness. Do not exalt yourself in the king's presence, and do not claim a place among his great men. It is better for him to say to you, "Come up here," than for him to humiliate you before his nobles. What you have seen with your eyes do not bring hastily to court. For what will you do in the end if your neighbor puts you to shame? If you put your neighbor to court, do not betray another's confidence, or the one who hears it may shame you, and the charge against you will stand. Like apples of gold in settings of silver is a ruling rightly given. Like an earring of gold or an ornament of fine gold is the rebuke of a wise judge to a listening ear. Like a snow-cooled drink at harvest time is a trustworthy messenger to the one who sends him. He refreshes the spirit of his master. Like clouds and wind without rain is one who boasts of gifts never given. Through patience, a ruler can be persuaded, and a gentle tongue can break a bone. If you find honey, eat just enough. Too much of it and you will vomit. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house. Too much of you and they will hate you. Like a club or a sword or a sharp arrow is one who gives false testimony against a neighbor. Like a broken tooth or a lame foot is reliance on the unfaithful in a time of trouble. Like one who takes away a garment on a cold day, or like vinegar poured on a wound, is one who sings songs to a heavy heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. Like a north wind that brings unexpected rain is a sly tongue, which provokes a horrified look. Better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. Like cold water to a weary soul is good news from a distant land. Like a muddied spring or a polluted well are the righteous who give way to the wicked. It is not good to eat too much honey, nor is it honorable to search out matters that are too deep. Like a city whose walls are broken through a person who lacks self-control. Amen. Yes, today's day 25, and today I just really have a lot to share with you guys. First of all, I need to talk very calm and quietly because I'm not sure, but I think my throat is like really damaged. Maybe because I've been talking a lot, but honestly saying, this is my second time filming this 25th chapter because I had my first go and all of a sudden the camera battery went off, my recorder died off, my storage just died off, and so everything just died on me. And so I just recorded it with my Mac camera and the quality was terrible, and I was like, I didn't really care, and so I just wanted to go on with it. But then last minute I was just like, no, I should bring quality to this thing. Although we're almost there, I still want to give my best at it. So this is me on my second time. So I really hope that I can share with you guys my thoughts to the fullest. But yeah, today I want to share with you guys how I currently am protecting my heart from this world that I'm living in right now. We only have 1 week till we finish Proverbs. Now that August is coming, I am worrying about what my focus should be next, what I'm going to do next. But these days, I've been worrying a lot because I am not really finishing up with my assessments. School is happening, church is happening, the world is happening, and there's so many projects in my hands that I still need to finish, yet I don't know where I'm standing at. And so many temptations, so many jealousy is happening in my heart. These days I've been scrolling a lot in Instagram, and I'm just being totally honest with you guys. I'm just being very, very transparent and honest with you guys. But I have been scrolling into Instagram a lot, and I've been seeing a lot of my, I don't know, friends, people whom I follow, and just a lot of people just really, I don't know, like embracing their fame and popularity these days. And I have been wanting to go back into dancing. My body is still not feeling the greatest, but my body's just like craving, is just really itching, just wanting to dance these days. And I've just been like jealous who has been having the opportunity to embrace their lives. So I was reading chapter 23, and we're going to go back to chapter 23. So if you guys have your Bibles with you, I want to share some verses today as I share my thoughts with you guys. So in chapter 23, verse 17 and 18, it says, "Do not let your heart envy evil sinners, but always be zealous for the fear of the Lord. There is surely a future hope for you, and your hope will not be cut off." While I was being jealous upon not just sinners, I'm not saying sinners, but as I was envious about my friends or people who were popular, I was jealous about their work. I was jealous about where they were standing, the opportunity that they were given to, because they were doing so great. And there are lots of times when I kind of reminisce upon my dance career life, being like, ooh, what if I was there? What if I was still dancing? Like those moments. But yeah, God was telling me, hey, don't be jealous of those unworthy things. I'm not saying that dance or those creative things are unworthy of, but for me right now, where I'm standing at, those aren't the things that are important to me. And God was just sharing me this verse to me. But more on, let me read you chapter 24, verse 3 and 4. It says, "By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures." In chapter 25, verse 28, it says, "People who cannot control themselves are like cities without walls to protect them." And as I was reading this, I was very, very blessed, because the more in depth we go into Proverbs, God is teaching me so much. But just like it says, by wisdom a house is built. Through the wisdoms that we gain, we build ourselves. And with the understanding that we gain, we are then established. And with the knowledge, it's like accessories. Each knowledge that we gain is a new treasure, a new item inside of our rooms. It's like accessories that are decorating us. And so God was telling me, hey, I'm building you right now. I'm making you new, and I'm teaching you a lot of fruitful characteristics so that later on you can produce your best. I am a person who really lacks self-control, and God was teaching me how to self-control my own self. If and when I do not know how to control my own self, my walls that are establishing me, that are holding me, will be destroyed. He's saying no matter how much wisdom, how much understanding we have, if I don't know how to control myself, then I will be destroyed. Moreover, in verse 4, he says, "Remove the worthless things from silver to make it pure, and a worker can make something beautiful." In this verse, I don't know about you guys, but for me, he was telling me that I am the silver. You are the silver. We are the silver. But we are covered with mud and dirt. And what I'm saying is that God created us to be who we are. We are the silver itself. But because we're so exposed to this world, to how this world evolves into and what this world follows, like the trend or just hip stuff, if we do not put on those accessories, if we don't put on those clothes, we feel FOMO. Hence is why we choose to wear the trendy stuff. Hence is why we choose to hang out with the cool friends. But God is telling us today to remove the worthless things, that God is rebuilding us to be pure. He is rebuilding us. He is transforming us to become who we are originally. For me, I felt as if He was transforming me to be a new person at first. When I come to think about it, it still does confuse me in and out. But He is making me who I am. Like He's putting me back to what I'm supposed to be in the first place. I was this pure silver from the beginning, but I chose not to shine, and I started wearing the different clothes to make myself look prettier, to make myself be someone else, because I thought that was cool and I thought that was me. And so I chose the wrong identity. I covered myself with the wrong identity, thinking that I was a dancer. I full on wanted the attention. I full on wanted the fame and popularity. But to think about it, it's really ridiculous right now. But that was who I was, and that was what I wanted to be. But God is telling me, I am making you new. I am making you anew. And I am making you to be pure once again. He was just washing away what I see. He was washing away my sins, my heart, and everything that I do, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and just bringing me back to who I am inside of God. In verse 6, it says, "Don't brag about yourself before the king and pretend you are someone important." This was exactly what I was doing. These days, I'm trying myself. I am trying a lot to really lay down myself, to be humble and to be obedient to God. But I'm not going to say back in those days, but a few years back ago when I used to dance, I used to crave my identity as being the cool dancer, being the hip hop dancer that everyone seems to be so cool about, you know? Sorry. But I used to pretend to be someone whom I wanted people to see me as. I would dress myself to look hip as. I would put on so much makeup to make me look cool. And I don't know, I would just wear the wrong clothes that didn't suit me, like metaphorically, but thought that it was cool. But today He's telling me, hey, don't pretend to be someone you're not. Because in God's eyes, He knows, He can see. But we fool ourselves to think that what we wear is cool, what we wear is us, but it's actually not. I'm still detoxing spiritually. God is still transforming me. And I can't say that, oh my gosh, I'm like a totally new person right now, but I have changed a lot. Because when you think about it, a few years back ago, I would never publicly say I'm a Christian, that I'm a PK, that I believe in God, because I don't know why, but me announcing that I am a Christian was kind of embarrassing. And I don't know why I felt like that, but I felt very embarrassing because my actions did not require being a Christian. But anywho, ever since coming back to Sydney, I've been slowly exposing myself of, hey, I'm a Christian, so what? Kind of thing. And now I'm just publicly open. I am so socially open about saying I'm a Christian. I'm uploading Proverbs every single day. And I am not afraid of it. I am not ashamed of being a Christian. Like, I think it's actually cool. And not a lot of people do these days. But at the same time, I did have a feeling of I was protecting myself to become the kind of Christian I wanted to be by announcing that I'm a Christian. But it really did help me a lot to not swerve in other paths, but to keep myself as the Christian of who I wanted to be. Anyway, I can say now that I don't think I pretend to be someone. Yes, there are many times where I want to look cool. I put on makeup and stuff, but it's all because I like doing it. I enjoy makeup. I like and I enjoy dressing up, but I don't do it to cover me up because I know who I am inside of God. I have found my identity of being a child of God, and I love myself for it. But anyways, in verse 15, he says, with patience, you can make anyone change their thinking, even a ruler. Gentle speech is very powerful. He has reminded me once again that with patience, I can win everything. I can do all once I have patience. And I'm a type of person who doesn't really have a lot of patience. I am very fast. I am very quick-tempered. I need things to roll on very fast. But maybe it's because of Sydney. I don't know. God placed me here for a reason. But everything in Sydney is so chill. And I've become so relaxed. In a way, I can say I think I've become very lazy. But because of the environment, because of the culture that's so laid back here, I was able to rest peacefully inside of God. And I found my peace inside of God. And this is why I am capable to say, I think I am patient enough. I've learned how to be patient. I learned how to control myself. And I'm still developing it day by day. But with patience, He gives us a glimpse of His will. He shows me what He has planned for me. In verse 27, it says, just as eating too much honey is not good, it's not good for people to always be looking for honor. Self-pride, self-pleasure, self-acknowledgement, wanting approval, being prideful of my own self, those things are what we crave a lot. We want attention, we want love, we want approval, and we want to get known for of the things that we achieved of and what we accomplished to do. But again, it says in verse 28, if we don't know how to self-control ourselves, our walls will be destroyed. That too much exposure, too much of tasting the temptations gets us destroyed. Day by day, I am still training myself, still disciplining myself to lay down my desires, to lay down my pride and let God in and take the wheel of my life. And the more I practice that, feel like God is giving me the opportunity, giving me the chance to follow my dreams. I know it doesn't make sense, but I feel like the more I am humble, the more I am obedient to His words in glorifying Him rather than seeking my desires and glorifying myself, the more I lay down myself, the more I let go of myself, He really gives me what I want. These days, what I'm doing is I am making music and preparing myself for releasing a EP. But to be honest, it's not like a huge, oh my gosh, I'm debuting, I'm releasing. It's more of just like a practical EP, kind of stepping my foot inside of the industry kind of stuff. And I am planning a lot of things right now at the moment, and there are lots of things happening. Yeah, a lot. But I fear, and I have fear inside of my heart because before I went to JMC, I have been living inside of the world. I have been seeking worldly pleasures, and my heart was not in God, but it was within the world. Before applying to this school, I have been praying a lot to God, asking Him for approval if I can come to this school or not, because I am a person who really gets affected by surroundings and my environment. And I was afraid that if I go to this school, I would be influenced in the bad ways a lot because, creative industries, it's not the healthiest environment. The first few months, yes, I was stumbling a lot. I have been stepping my foot in the wrong ways. But as months passed, and especially right now, I've got to understand why God allowed me to come to this school. And I'm not going to say, hey guys, I'm an artist, I'm going to become a musician. But whatever God wants me to do, I will do. And I know for sure that He is using me and music to glorify him in a way. But I am not yet sure of how he wants me to do that. But it's my journey of finding it right now, and that's what I'm doing right now. Anywho, I am preparing myself for an EP, and as I am in the process of it, what fears me the most is, do I release myself? Do I publicly announce myself saying I'm a Christian artist? Or should I just go about and say I'm an artist, and then eventually people finds out that I believe in God? And I know it might be a small thing, but for me it's huge, because showing my identity and bringing me out to the world is a big thing. And I know like I'm like drinking my own kimchi kumur and stuff because it's not even happening and I'm just imagining super big stuff, but big dreams are always good, right? Yeah, so I have been preparing for my EP and stuff, and lots of projects are to come. Like what I have in mind is like podcast, more YouTube vloggings, more music covers, and more on top of that, I want to release an album as well. But I fear a lot that once I step my foot inside of the industry, what if I fall? What if I give into the world again? What if I fail God? And what if I give into all the temptations? And I do fear a lot because I myself is a human and I know that I'm weak. But at the same time, I know that God will help me because he placed me here for a reason. And I only fear God. Hence is why I believe that he will make me stronger and stronger day by day, because I know that he is building my house. He is building me with his wisdoms that he is teaching me through Proverbs. And day by day, each knowledge that I gain is my weapon, is my accessory, is my shield that covers me from this world, that is protecting my heart from it. And so I just want to say that it's still a process, because it took me 4 years to stand and to say what I'm saying right now on this day. When you really, really, really lay down yourself, when you lay down your desires, when you lay down your thoughts, and when you forget about it, God will come back to you being like, hey, are you ready? Let's go. I feel that he's kind of doing that to me these days. He's like slowly being like, hey, are you ready? Get ready, be prepared. But for the last 2 years, God has been giving me the message of prepare yourself, equip yourself, because I'm going to use you big time. And still, I don't know what if I'm doing right or wrong, like if I'm going the right pathway, because sometimes I do compare myself with my friends or people around my age. Like they are full-time workers. Some people are younger than me, but they are in the industry, serving big time, very big influencers. And when I see them, it's just like, what am I doing? Am I even going the right way? What am I even doing with my music? My music sounds crappy. My life is crappy. I don't even have a full-time work. I don't even have money. And sometimes these worries, these thoughts do come like a wave and really, really destroy me. But I do definitely believe that God is going to use me big time, because I don't know why, but I have so much confidence that I'm going to be big. I'm not saying like pridefully that I'm going to become a star and become popular and like famous. No. But I'm just saying I have confidence that God is going to use me big because he loves me. I love him. And I am doing everything I can to glorify him by doing his work. And so today I just want to say, 정작 너를 내려놓고 너를 포기하면은 그제서야 하나님이 너를 사용하시는 것 같다고 말을 하고 싶었어요. Because it's really, really, really funny of me saying this right now, because I was never the type of person who would say this, which is pretty cool. But I'm still in the process of letting go. But when you really, really let go and let God in, bro, you'll be amazed how God will use you. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share. It was pretty long, so today's video, I don't really want to edit it because I want it to just be raw to you guys. Thank you so much for listening to this full-on long video. I'm excited to see the next 6 days of reading Proverbs, because we are in the end zone. We are finishing the book of Proverbs, and I'm excited to see how we will close this Proverbs, how the closure would be, and not just the closure itself, but by finishing 31 days of Proverbs, it is going to become a new beginning. And although it might be long for the next few days, but there is so much I want to share with you guys. And there is so much to share with you guys. So bless you all. I love you all so much. And I really hope that you guys will be able to receive the love from God, because God loves you guys so much. But anywho, adios. Bye. See you guys tomorrow.